Hello, good morning. It's still morning time. I need to get ready for the day, so I figured I'm gonna do a live and show you how I cover up all of these red spots that I have going on. I am Nikki McElwain. I am a Seint artist, and I like to teach others about how to apply makeup. Like, it doesn't have to be hard. It can be super easy. I have already primed my face a little bit with, I'm actually trying some different stuff. So I just did a little bit of e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and I just T-zone area. That's kind of where I have bigger pores right there. And I'm gonna do eyeshadow primer on my eyes, just so you don't get any of that creasing. I wanted to do a fun fall look today. So I'm gonna use these bad boys. I wanted sparkles. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start with my eyes. Typically I start with eyes just because you can get some fallout, and then you just have to redo your under eye makeup. Ginger. If you hop on, say hello, and let me know where you're from. And hopefully my connection is okay. It's been a little iffy lately. So fall time, I really love oranges. So just brightening up that crease right there first. And with hooded eyes, you want to go a little bit above there, because if I'm looking straight and I just do it right in that crease, you're not going to be able to see it. So I'm above that, so you can actually see that pretty orange color. And if you want to know what any of these colors are, let me know, and I can put it in the comments. But this one's ginger, and it's this one right here. So now I'm gonna do, let's see here. This is Riviera. I'm just gonna use my finger and put it right along here. And then I'm gonna put a darker color in my crease. So this is kind of like a brown, gold kind of color. Like I said, I was feeling a little sparkles today. And then I'm going to use the smaller side and add just a little bit of a darker color. Let's go right here in the corner. So I'm doing just a V pause due to poor connection. So sorry if it's not working, but it still says live. So I'm just doing a V on the outer corner, and then I'm gonna blend it out with a fluffier side. Just add a little dimension and blending it out as well. There we go. So what does everybody have planned for the fall? Now here, I'm in Kansas City. We have lots of like pumpkin patches. I went earlier this week with my daughter because she was out of school. And then we have another one that we're gonna go to for my cousin's birthday. Just adding a little bit of a liner with an eyeshadow. I just have this old Smashbox little tiny palette. I like to use this for eyeshadow just because, like I said, it's old, so I don't really care if it gets messed up. Again, sorry if it's not working. It keeps saying paused. but it still says live. Anyways, so I'm just gonna keep going. So sorry if I can't see, sorry if it's funny, but it still says live, so I'm just gonna keep going. For some reason it's not working. I'll still upload it so you can actually see what I'm doing. So just adding a little liner with an old palette. This one looks a little darker. And this is just a smudge brush. It's really good for a liner because it's super, super dense. Let's even them out. So it's really good to get a line out of powder. Add a little eyeshadow or eye mascara. I can't talk. This stuff. Primer. Mascara primer. And each time it says pause, the screen gets black. So, again, my apologies. Internet's been really crappy lately. I don't know why. I don't know if we need to switch. Okay. And again, while I'm thinking about it, that I'm going to cover up, I'm going to use a color corrector. It's called Aspen. It's actually kind of like gray, but it will cut out any redness that I have. So I'm just going to place that on these little red areas. That won't go away. And I am the worst at messing with them. Hey Chels. So it keeps telling me that I am paused. Will you let me know if it's actually pausing or if it's still working? So I'm going to put that on. I can see that it just keeps saying paused. I don't know. So now I already put on my mascara primer. So you can see it already looks like I have a little bit on. It just kind of helps get your lashes super long. And then this right here is Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. I've used this forever. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna do our makeup. So I'm gonna use this one right here. This is a 3D brush. This is more of like a medium kind of coverage brush. And I'm just gonna dip it right in my color. Sorry guys, I feel like I'm a hot mess today. And I'm just gonna dab it on in any of those areas that were red. I'm going to do a spot coverage after I have everything on. I'm just gonna dab it all over them. And then I'm gonna go in with my lighter color. So if you're like, hey, what's that stuff that you're using? This is called Seint. It is all cream. You can tell I need to get a couple new colors. Cream-based makeup. And it is one layer. So it makes applying makeup super quick and easy. Blend this out, it's bothering me. There we go. I don't like lines on my eyeshadow. There we go. A little smoother. Okay. Seint 3D foundation. It's called 3D because it makes you look three-dimensional because you focus on highlighting and contouring. So you're gonna make certain features of your face pop out a little bit more. So I'm just going to dab on my lighter color and I'm gonna let it sit for a minute. So you can tell I only put that main color on certain areas of my face, and then now I'm putting this lighter color on the other areas of my face. So I'm going to use that highlight, that brightening highlight right down the center of my face, just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. And then I'm going to be adding my contour, and that's going to be making things have a little bit more dimension. There it is. By creating shadows. So I'm going to put it along my hairline, along my cheek and jaw. So this right here is the detailed brush. I'm going to use it right in those areas. So a good way to remember where you need to contour, because I know it can be really intimidating at times, is make a 3 and an E on the other side. I'm just going to touch up and an E. So 3, an E along the other side. Right down the same areas. And I like to get right up by my ear, bring it along your jaw. And then I'm going to brush it up, because you want to make that cheekbone look snatched. If you brush it down, that's going to make it look bigger. So if you bring it right along that cheek and blend up, that gives you that lifted look. So same thing on this side. I'm just going to add a little bit more. And if you're not really sure where to do it on your cheeks, you can do the little sucking in method and go right along it, or just feel where your cheekbones are. You want it right underneath that. All right. So you can tell it warmed my face up a little bit, and it gave a little bit dimension with my cheeks. And then for my nose, I actually use this brush right here. This is a smudge brush. And it's really dense. So I just kind of squeeze it like that. And I use a little bit of a lighter color for my nose, but I'm just gonna dab it right in there and just brush it right along the side of my nose, and then bring it up to my eyebrow. Same thing on the other side. Right along my nose and up to my eyebrow. And then bring it down here so you can see that it made it look smaller. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of lighter on the outsides. I believe that is called reverse nose contouring. So you got lighter here, here. There we go. Okay, now I've let my eyes sit for a little bit. So since it's cream makeup, the longer you let it sit on your face, it warms up and it kind of melts down. So I don't remove a whole bunch of product, I'm really just dabbing. And then I'm going to clean up my eyeshadow right there. Just like snatch that eye and makes your eye look more lifted. So just dabbing, because I don't want to take off too much of the product that I just put on. And then if you dab it in there, since I usually get creases underneath my eye, but if you dab that, then that will help get that product in there and prevent that creasing. Okay. Same thing on this side, just dabbing, cleaning up that eyeshadow right underneath that eyeliner, and snatching that eye up. Remember, get that right underneath there. And then I'm also going to put a little bit of eyeshadow down there. So it really helped with my bags right here that I get. So I just dabbed it right along where I get that bag area. Just dabbing it. And then I will do a setting powder on top of that as well. Okay, so I did my contour, highlight, my main highlight and my brightening highlight. Now I'm going to add a little bit of bronzer. This is a fantastic brush. I'm just going to dab it, my high cheekbones, and up the side of my face, just to kind of warm me up a little bit. And again, I like to dab because if you brush it a little bit, it kind of makes it blend too much. Just warmed me up a little bit. I got a tickle in my throat. Same thing on this side. And good thing about it is, see, that looks a little crazy. It looks pretty dark. But if you just blend it out, it's not so crazy. Just dabbing it. Just giving me some color. But if you put too much on, just keep blending. And it blends out well. All right, now I'm gonna add a little bit of blush. So a good thing to remember for your blush, you wanna leave this area, like 2 fingers on the side of your nose, untouched with the blush. So you don't want that, because then it just makes your face go in more and kind of makes it look smaller. So I really, really love this one. This is Rosewood, but I believe it is discontinued. It was a shade of the month, and I'm just doing like the apples of my cheeks and blending it up. Just add a little bit of color. There we go. Okay. Now I'm just gonna blend this a little bit. Again, I'm just kind of dabbing. Can clean it up easily. Blend out this extra brightening highlight. Do some brow setting powder. Now I'll show you how I do these red zit areas. So I'm gonna use this. This is the same brush that I used for my nose for my contour. I'm gonna use the one that I used my lighter color in my all over color. I'm just gonna dab over it, and it pretty much hides it. And then I'll do a setting powder on top, and if it still has a little redness, I will go back and do it again. And these ones you don't see as much. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of just my leftover on here underneath my eye. This was the darkest color I put on my eye. And then I can set it. I've been using this Fenty Beauty. I think I'm a fan. And a beauty blender, a dry one. So I'm just gonna get, it's a loose powder. So I just put a little bit in my lid. You can see there. And I just get this. And I'm gonna put my setting powder underneath my eyes and anywhere that I get oily. So that's going to be my T-zone area, like the side of my nose. And I'm gonna get that under there so I don't get that crease underneath my eye. Bring it down here. Up here. And then I will do it on top of those. Just a little bit on top of that lovely zit, just to kind of set it. And if I still see it a little bit, I'm gonna do a little bit more of my main highlight color, just to kind of cover it up a little bit more. This one was more of like a scab, so it had a darker color to it. There we go. Ta-da! Finish off with brows and illuminator. And I have my look complete. Gotta run some errands. So I already did a little bit of, you can kind of see there, I have product in them. I've been using Dime Brow. I forgot what it's called. Good morning. Hello. finishing up my makeup for the day. So I use a little brow, I can't think of what it's called. It is Brow by Dime Enhancer, I think. It's kind of like a gel, but it just kind of places them, helps them stay put. I can't think. And this is an NYX, whatever, professional makeup micro brow pencil. It is really, really little. I've been trying to grow out my brows, so I feel like I don't have to do too much with filling in. Just kind of any sparse areas, and then right underneath. And this is super easy to clean up if you get it or you don't need it. And just going up right here. Until it's how I like it. And brush it out. Super easy. Got a little spot right there. Go. All right, other side. So I'm just doing a line along the top of where I want my brow to be. And I'm just lifting it up as I go so I can get that hair-like stroke. Same thing with underneath. But if you mess it up, it's easy to just wipe away. There we go. Finish off with illuminator and I am done. So if you want to know about any of these products that I used, or if you want to try the Seint makeup, comment, try, and I can get you color matched. There we go, all done. Add a little illuminator, and I am done for the day. Okay. So again, if you're here, say hello. My name is Nikki. I'm a Seint artist. I'm gonna add me. This is one of my favorites. This is called Photoshop. It is a pink illuminator right up here just to finish up my look. Add a little sparkle right in here. Oh, and I gotta do some lip. Keep forgetting what I'm doing. My brow's bothering me. Good enough. Okay, lips. I'm gonna start with a lip conditioner. Just so it lasts longer. So many options. Let's do this one. Just a little bit of pink. Perfect. All right. Like I said, if you have any questions about any of these products, this is all Seint Beauty. I did my full face. I did my lips, my cheeks, my all over color. It's called highlighting, my highlight, my contour, my bronzer, all of it right here. Except for my eyeshadows because I have a great big palette for that. So if you want to know about any of this information, leave me a message and I'd love to help you. Have a good day. Bye.